Welcome to the Brain Slop podcast. My co-host is not here today because he is traveling somewhere. I don't know. I think he went to Florida. He's doing something there. I think he went to Disney World or something. Is Disney World in Florida? I think it is. I've never been to Disney World, and I don't think I'd want to go, but you know, more power to him, I guess. He's out there in the land of alligators and snakes, having a kick-ass time. He went with his wife, so they're probably, making love in the bayou or something. Is that where the bayou is? I always think of like swamps and alligators as kind of like a Louisiana type deal. But I think Florida has that too. Florida's kind of this weird land where it has kind of all the landscapes. You have the swamps, you have the city, you have the mountains and the forests, and it doesn't know what it wants to be. So it's just everything. There's dinosaurs just walking free in Florida. I've seen these videos where these alligators will climb people's backyards, like eat their baby or something. See, that's what you got to watch out for. If goddamn, voice is cracking. That's what you have to watch out for in Florida. Um, if you have children, I guess. You know, you have a kid in Florida. They're gonna go ride their bike around the neighborhood. Hey, Johnny, check in an hour. Give me a call. Make sure you're all right. Make sure you didn't get abducted by some sort of serial killer in a giant van or eaten by some sort of rogue alligator. Anything can happen to you in Florida. It's kind of a wild place. They have giant snakes that could just swallow you whole. These things are so fucking big. Have you seen the snakes in Florida? What are they, anacondas? They're fucking huge. They're like 30 feet long and they just live in your ceiling. I saw a video of one crashing through some lady's living room, like from the ceiling. And I mean, what do you fucking do in that situation? You're in a living room and a fucking 30-foot anaconda crashes through. I mean, who do you call? They have to have some sort of like special um like emergency response team for shit like that. It's just there's that kind of shit happening all the time in Florida. And this is all speculation because I've never been to Florida, but from what I have seen, it's insane there. It's insane. It's unlike anywhere else. And I live in Vegas. And Vegas has its own shit, but it's usually all contained on the strip. There's homeless crackheads walking around, but they're not on the strip. They're under the strip. There's a massive tunnel system that is beneath my feet currently. And there's like cave dwelling creatures that live down there. They once were human, but now they are not. They're like they're like golems. They look like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, except they're addicted to fentanyl. And they don't know what they're doing. They're just mindlessly traversing through tunnels, making lefts and rights until they're completely fucking lost. They'll eat bugs that they find on the floor. They'll chew a rat's head off and drink its blood. And that's just to get by until they can get their next dose of heroin. These homeless guys, they're relentless. They they'll do anything, you know. And you can't have them out. You just can't. They'll try sometimes. You'll see them, they'll emerge from their storm drain cave and they'll walk into a bus station or something, and there's just a black van that pulls up, and two dudes in riot gear come and take him and put him in the back, and then the van drives off and you never know where he goes. You don't know where he goes. To be honest, they're probably using him as some sort of test dummy down at the weapons range or whatever. That too, Vegas is crazy. Because we're right near Area 51. A lot of weird shit going on over there. It's just north of me, actually. Just beyond the mountain. And I see, sometimes I'll be walking around outside and I'll see that there's like a white jet. There's no markings on it or anything. And it's like, oh, that's the Area 51 plane, right over my head. And it's crazy because it's regular. Like that's my life, right? That there's some sort of, there's a group of people in a private jet flying to a secret government base where people think there's aliens. Like that just happens on a day-to-day basis. And I see it. And it's, I'm so jaded to this reality. Everything's insane. It's nothing makes sense, Life hasn't really made sense since 2020. I'm tired of seeing all these just life-altering events, and it's almost weird if you go a day without hearing about a mass shooting, It's weird, right? Like if you just have a regular old day. Like I could go on the news and it's like, "Oh, this country is being bombed right now." Well, that's always happened, right? Countries are always getting bombed, but what I mean is like, hey, I'll look on the news and it's like, oh, we've unveiled a new virus that was laying dormant in a slab of ice in Antarctica, and scientists are fucking with it. They're bringing it back to their lab and they're running tests on it. Like, what are you doing? Leave it alone. It wasn't ready for it to thaw, right? You dug into the ice, you found some weird bacteria. I mean, that's the whole premise of the thing, right? They go to Antarctica, they find this weird alien thing buried in the ice, and it's like a parasite that just takes over people's organic bodies. And it just turns them into monsters. Honestly, if that happened tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. These things happen on the daily, There's something happening all the time. It's kind of entertaining, but it's at the same time exhausting. Because you're on a carnival ride, right? What's that one that spins really fast? Like it's like a UFO that you walk into and you just lay against the wall and it spins really fast, and you're getting nauseous from it. You want to get off, but you can't. You just can't. And that's us. That's reality. We're all spinning in this giant carnival ride that we want to get off of. And we just want to go back, we want to go back to the to the popcorn stand or whatever. We want to watch the people ride the rides. We don't want to be on it anymore. But you have to. You have to, because the retarded carny guy that was operating the ride broke the lever to turn it off, and now you're stuck on it. And they can't get a guy down to the fair to fix it until like next weekend. Which, who knows when that could be? That could be years from now. But what are you going to do, You can't do shit. We're all fucked. We're all forced to And you got to find solace somewhere, right? You have to. Otherwise, you go crazy. Some people go crazy. Like the zombies that live under the strip down here in Las Vegas. They all went crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This is supposed to be a two-man show, but now it is a one-man show. And I might be doing these more often cuz he's always going somewhere, you know. I'll call him and I'm like, "Hey, are we doing the pod this weekend?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm going to LA." Like, "What are you doing in LA?" It's like some sort of hentai convention. He's a busy man, what can I say? He has the time to do these things and he wants to do them. So I'm not going to strip him away from his fun. What kind of friend would that be, right? But that's okay. I'll let him have his fun. We'll have fun. You and me. But yeah, I think I think these will be. I'll just do like kind of update videos. If he's out of town or whatever. If I have a thought, and I have too many sometimes, I'll record it and I'll upload it. And yeah, maybe we'll do some live streams or something. Maybe we'll watch fat people eat too much food because they eat too much food. Fat people notoriously eat too much food. And I don't know if they can help it, but it's what they do and it's what they like to do. And some of them like to record it. So who am I to not watch that, right? A lot of fat guys, a lot of fat guys like to put a camera in their car on the dashboard, open the styrofoam tray and just fucking act like a pig, you know? And it's a comically large styrofoam tray. It's almost like a trough, you know. And they'll do that. They'll put the camera right up to their mouth and so you could hear the smacking and the noises. And the people that watch it, they love it. I think that's why they watch it. I don't know if it's some sort of sexual thrill. Like, are they stroking their shit to the point of climax, but not not letting it happen, right? It's the sounds, right? It's the ASMR of them chewing the barbecue from their styrofoam tray that they're dripping barbecue sauce all over their lap in their 2011 Pontiac, and they're just acting like pigs. They're not even really. I've seen these videos, and they're barely chewing. They'll get like they'll get a spoonful or a forkful of whatever the fuck it is. It's just it's just gray matter at that point. I don't even know if it's for the taste, if they even enjoy it. It's just I need matter inside me, you know. I think that's what it is for them. And they'll just get fistfuls of it and they'll just swallow it whole like a snake, like an anaconda. They're like reptiles. They don't chew their food. They just swallow it whole. But God bless them, you know? Who else is going to do it? That content needs to exist for people. There's certain people out there, and you may be one of them, but there's certain people out there that can't go a day without watching a fat guy eat something It I don't know, it gives them pleasure, you know? It's like porn addicts, you know? People they can't go a day without watching their favorite porn star get fisted with, you know, one of those Hulk hands that you buy at Walmart back in 2009, which I'm sure there's a video of that out there somewhere. But that's their favorite thing. And there's people that just, you know, they'll watch the food videos and they'll, you know, that's their jam, you know. That's their Game of Thrones. That's their end game. You know? If they could have it their way, they'd go to the theater to watch it, you know. Bring up a mukbang of some, you know, fat guy eating the buffet. You know, he waddles in. He doesn't even walk in. He rides in to the buffet, you know, on one of those industrial scooters, and it's just him eating the buffet. Like they can't keep up. I wonder if that's ever happened, where somebody so fat went into a buffet and they're like, "Dude, we don't have the inventory for you. Sorry, sorry, buddy." You know, and fat people, not all fat people, but some fat. If you're really fat, what are you doing, dude? I had a guy when I worked. Used to work at this fucking retail place, and a guy came in and he needed a 4X t-shirt. He needed one. Like that's like he was mad at me because we didn't have a 4X t-shirt. I told him, "Hey buddy, we got a 3X. Is that okay?" "No. No, I need a 4X t-shirt." I'm like, "Okay, buddy. Lose an X. Lose 1X. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Your family loves you, right? Lose the X, man. You got 4 of them. You can afford to lose a few X's. Let's be honest. Who's walking around in a 4X t-shirt? 2X I get, you know. You had too many on Taco Tuesday every week for 15 years. You like food. 2X is understand. I know just there's big guys out there, right? Big girls too. But if you're walking around out there with 4X, dude, lose the X, man. At least get it to a 3. Have some respect for yourself. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, he needed the 4X. I told him we didn't have the 4X. Sorry, man. There's nothing I can do. And of course he stomped out of the store mad. But yeah, I'm glad those days are behind me. I don't know how anybody does retail. It just I don't know. I'm lucky enough to have found a job where I can just sit in a room unbothered by the common folk that roam the streets, that wander into just buildings and demand absurd things. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that anymore. But somebody's got to do it. And that somebody is 20-year-olds. Because, you know, most 20-year-olds, they don't, I guess they just don't really possess any sort of skill, you know? mean, you go to school for what, 12 years, and then you get out, and you can pick to go to school again, or you could go do something, which I did. That's what I did when I left school. I'm like, I'm going to go do a thing because I want money. And you learn things. You know, you go do stupid shit that nobody likes to do. Look at me talk right now like I'm an old fucking guy, right? I'm barely, how old am I? 33? But you learn things, right? We all learn things. Yeah, this is terrible. This podcast. This podcast is very retarded because it's not really it's not thought out. There's just it's just one thing after another. Like I'll have a thought that pops into my head and I'll tell my co-host, but he's not here today, so I have to talk to myself. Or I'm talking to you, the camera that's in this room right now. But it's strange. It's a strange thing. Anyways, folks, I hope you're having a great day and an even better weekend. The weekends kick so much ass. Fridays are where I live, you know. You get off work and you go home to just do fucking nothing, right? It's so great. I love a Friday. Friday is the best day of the week. Hopefully one day when I'm retired or whatever and I don't have to work, every day will be Friday. And that'll be even better. But until then, I am a slave to the place I work at. You know, I'm just some sort of, I don't know, some prisoner shackled to responsibility. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like it's so crazy to think that we're all in that same situation, right? Or most of us, majority of us, we're all in the same situation of like, you wake up, get ready, go to some shit fuck place, and you just suck ass all day. You go to the egg sucking machine and you go to the dick sucking machine, you stand in your spot, it has tape on the floor and a square, and you stand in that square, and a dick just hits you in the mouth. And you have to suck that dick. Because if you don't suck that dick, we're firing your ass. And then some other retard's going to stand in that square and suck those dicks and make your paycheck. Right? That's what it's like. And it's just every day. Every fucking day, man. And then, you know, what do? You stop doing that. You stop getting, and then, you stop sucking the dicks, you stop making the money. You're happy for a little bit, right? But then, the men in black, they come and they seize your assets. They take your car, they shut off your AC. You live in the desert. It's 120 degrees outside. You're going to die. You're going to die in your house because they turned the AC off. Because you don't have money. Because you made a decision to stop sucking those dicks. You gotta suck them, man. Sorry, man. You gotta suck the dick. Otherwise, you don't get AC. What are you gonna do? Not have AC? We all need AC. Unless you're in the UK. Apparently the fucking the mates over in the UK don't have any AC. They don't. I saw this video where this chick was like, why we have AC when it's only hot for like 2 days out of the year? I guess. Must be nice, you know. Must be nice to not have to fork over money to, I don't know, some sort of company that we have this company out here in Vegas. It's what the fuck is it? Not Southwest Gas. NV Energy. And they charge a dick and a nut if you want your AC anywhere over the, or sorry, under the 78-degree threshold. God help you if you like your house cold. They will fuck you in the ass sideways. They'll take everything you're worth. They're like, oh, it looks like you went, you changed your AC. You like it a nice 75 degrees in your house. Well, buddy, that's going to be an extra $350. Sorry, man. And some of us, don't suck enough dicks to afford that. Got to keep it at 78. 78 or higher. Otherwise, you're fucked. But it is what it is, you know. We all have to stand in it. We all got to do it. And if you're not doing it, I don't know. God bless you, man. Amen. Well, the plan was to do 30 minutes, and I think I'm close enough. So I think I'm going to end it here. And it was fun. The next time, I don't know if next week he'll even be back. Which I wanted to do a big 4th of July pod, but if he's not here, we'll still do it. We'll all suck down some hamburgers and hot dogs and have a few beers and have a good time for America, right? 250 years. 250 years we've been America. Is that what it is? Independence Day, where we, the fuck is Independence Day? Where we became independent. We're a young, independent woman. We don't need no man. That's America. For 250 years. Okay? And that's next week. We hit the 250th 4th of July. That America's been, this whole thing. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm retarded. The fact that you even listen to me is crazy. But anyways, folks, thanks for listening to the Brain Slop podcast. This is Cobb's Corner, where it's just me. No Raph, just Cobb. But you may see more of these because fucking Raph likes to go explore every corner of the United States. Even outside, just the world. He's like an astronaut. Well, that's not the right word. Who's a guy that, travels the world and sees everything. He's one of those guys, Dude can't sit still, but you'll see more of me. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. You guys kick ass, and until next time, I'll see you guys on next episode. Have a good night. Bye.